Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Italy, a Place to Love YouTube channel. So, today I'm here to introduce my second episode about 10 days in Apulia region trip. Okay, so I'm dividing an article, a very interesting article that I find on the telegraph.uk. I divide it in 10 parts, and here I am with you reading this lovely article about Apulia region. Now, the day 2 is about Trani and the Gargano Peninsula. Okay, let's start reading, my friends. Day 2. Now, here I am. Limestone cliffs and sandy bays. Fly into Bari, the small city that is northern Puglia's unofficial capital. The other Puglian airport for passenger flights is in the south of Puglia, in Brindisi. This itinerary requires a car, which is the best way to explore the region in the depth. Now, I always say, and I will keep repeating that the best way to explore Apulia region, Basilicata, Campania, Calabria, Sicily, the best way is by car, all the south of Italy, which is the best way to explore the region in the depth. So, if you want to explore more, it's better to have a car. You could do a shorter version using train and buses, but you wouldn't be able to reach the remote places. That's the thing, my friends. It's very hard to reach remote places just by train or by buses. From Bari, drive north for half an hour, 24 miles, along the coast to the graceful coastal town of Trani. Trani, it's a beautiful city. Trani is less than 1 hour driving from where I am, can be 45-50 minutes, and I go quite often to Trani. Beautiful fish food, restaurants are simply amazing. That's why I'm gonna talk a bit of restaurants in this little paragraph. Stay at San Paolo al Convento, a double room from £98, here it says pounds, so I guess has to be a bit more than €100 per night, including breakfast. A converted monastery with sea views, and visit the town's own inspiring seafront cathedral. Trani has a beautiful cathedral that is really worth to visit, but not only. You can eat fantastically well here, choosing from the two Michelin starred restaurants, Quintessenza and Casa Sgarra, a magnificent restaurant housed in a church turned fort, Le Lampare al Fortino, or simpler, creative seafood at Osteria Frangipane. Anyway, these are beautiful restaurants, but you can find local food extremely nice and quite cheap. Now, let's talk about the Pilgrim Route. It's a short, scenic drive northwards, hugging the coast, to explore the Gargano Peninsula. Let's talk about Gargano Peninsula, that is the part that is popping out from Apulia region into the Adriatic Sea. This is the spur of the boot. That's what I call it, the spur. I call it the peninsula, which has a different topography to the rest of Puglia. Its limestone cliffs and thick pine forest and maquis more closely resemble Croatia, just across the sea. On the other side of the Adriatic Sea, you have Croatia and Montenegro, Albania, and going down, there is Greece. It's usually Italians who holiday here. Yes, mainly Gargano. It's a place for families, for Italian families. We go there. I remember going there myself with my parents when I was a child, around 15. Cognizant of its sandy beaches backed by glossy greenery and ochre-hued sea cliffs. En route, those interested in mystical Catholicism could stop at Monte Sant'Angelo, 55 miles from Trani, driving north direction. I'm including here driving north. Famous at the pilgrimage, center for those paying tribute to the more recent saint, Padre Pio, whose bearded face smile out from many a local shrine. So basically, I think the majority of the people knows who was Padre Pio, and he was actually from a place called Monte Sant'Angelo that is based in Gargano Peninsula. So it's highly recommended to visit this town, Monte Sant'Angelo, and few other beautiful towns that are around these parts. Your base in Gargano could be the Hotel Baia delle Zagare, doubles from £160 a night, amid tropical feeling greenery and overlooking one of the most beautiful beaches of the peninsula, with a limestone arch in the sea. On your way along the coast, you will have noticed the curious fishing contraptions, like boats with spidery arms clinging to the rock face. You can dine at one, these are called Trabucco, al Trabucco, close to Peschici. Peschici is another beautiful town in Gargano, but there's also Rodi Garganico in the northern part of Gargano, or Mattinata in the southern part, with beautiful, beautiful, beautiful beaches, sandy or rocky, it depends what you prefer. Anyway, let's keep reading, my friends. While in Gargano, you should also explore the UNESCO listed Forest Umbra, La Foresta Umbra, of shadows, that's what it means from the Latin. Uh, Umbra, yes, shadows. Ombra in Italian is shadow. Inland, which has 15 market walking and biking trails. So for people who like hiking, walking, or biking in the forest, this is a beautiful place. Actually, Gargano for me has a huge, huge potential, and I can arrive from where I am in 1 hour and 15 minutes. I can be to the closest place to Gargano. Actually, I mentioned before Mattinata, this town called Mattinata. You can hire a bike or a e-bike or take a tour with Dove Andiamo sul Gargano. On your way back south, going back Bari direction, then it's a must to stop at Castel del Monte, Friedrich II extraordinary fortress in the middle of nowhere that appears on the €1 Italian cent coin. So in the Italian €1 cent coin, it's reproduced this image of this castle. Probably many of you notice who like to look at details of the coins. And so anyway, I talked about this castle also yesterday. It's in the middle of nowhere, and as I say, Montemilone, it's also considered in the middle of nowhere. Generally, Castel del Monte is in the part close to Basilicata. That's why, anyway, I'm very close to Castel del Monte, 30-35 minutes driving. I go quite often over there just to breathe the atmosphere of the Middle Age. If someone loves history, it's a perfect place. So, what I want to say that here where I am, I'm actually close to many places and amenities here in Basilicata region, or also because I'm at the border with Puglia, so also close to many amenities in Puglia. So I would highly always recommend to a trip to Apulia region or to Basilicata, or if you can, combine both. Anyway, my friend, so this is the end of the second episode of 10 days in Apulia region and Trani and the Gargano Peninsula. You're welcome to the third episode that will come out soon. So now, if you like the video, please put like, subscribe, and to the next video. Bye, Antonio. Bye bye.